My lovers, Pisces Nation, and their lovers, welcome to your reading. So, I'm delivering spirit animal messages from out in nature. So whatever animal comes into my circle of awareness, whilst I'm meditating on your energy, that is a message that I'm going to impart. So, you guys got sheep spirit because just as I was about to begin your reading, I got a visit from Norma, and you all might remember Norma from our first spirit animal message. And Norma is my one of my brother's sheep, and she is named actually after my deceased grandmother. She loved animals. So sheep spirit is about innocence. It's about the innocent aspects of yourself. It's about your childhood. It's about gentleness. It's about the part of yourself that may conform to social norms. And it's about self acceptance um, and vulnerability. Vulnerability. Now, because Norma appeared, and because Norma is named after my grandmother, there might be a message that might come through from an ancestor, or you may be asked to examine what your grandmother means to you, and the relationship that you had with your grandmother. You know what? Let me ask. Let me ask. Okay. Let me ask about that grandmother message. Spirit, what is this that's coming through her Pisces about her grandmother? Whether you knew them or no, their presence in their life, there's something about the energy that's coming through here. What's up? And so when I was shuffling, so we have the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups for me is usually a card of yearning, but I also see it um, as a card of depression. Guys, ignore the cockroach in the back. That's a shakalaka, and they're very noisy. Yeah, anywho's. So yeah, Four of Cups usually tells me about boredom. Remember, boredom is that first stage into the downward spiral, into suicidal ideation, thoughts, that kind of thing. So there's something here about depression that might be coming through. All right, let's see. What's this message with your grandmother? What's coming through about your grandmother? We have Ten of Swords. So that's a lot of pain. Certainly can be betrayal, being stabbed in the back by others. I see this person at a cemetery, so it could be some sort of a loss. But this is a person who spent maybe a lifetime in pain, and with that Four of Cups in reverse, someone might have been prone to depression. Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse here. So it's a kind of lackluster energy. Someone who has lost their spark. We have King of Pentacles. Someone who was very grounded, might have been a provider, might have been a Taurus. And then we have Eight of Wands. I feel I feel like these two cards are your grandmother and these two cards are you. So this message isn't for everybody, it's for somebody. Okay? So for some of you, whether you knew your grandmother or grandma, okay, we're the same grandma, whether you knew your grandma or not, um, she was a woman that was in pain. And she may have hid this pain from a lot of people. But it's Spirit saying it's not only her pain that she was hiding, but also her own spiritual abilities and gifts. Um, there's something that's coming through about living on life, in pain, betrayal, and some sense of loss. It's like, um, I'm not disrespecting. This is a message that's coming through. It's someone who didn't enjoy life. There was just too much pain for them to enjoy life, and they might have spent their lifetime being treated for depression, or maybe not being treated for depression. I feel like this is something that they kept their pain all to themselves, and it's like the joy just was not something that was present in their life. Now, why is this important for you, especially if you didn't may not have known this person? It's because the energy of this has been passed on through your DNA. So this is, so this person's struggle is also part of your struggle as well. There's some kind of karmic tie between you guys. So in this lifetime, you are meant to transmute these energies of depression here, and move into some sort of stability, and move on from being stuck in pain and living a half life. Maybe getting treated for depression. I feel like your grandmother was very depressed, and it's like they kept this pain to themselves. They kept this pain to themselves. They kept the spiritual gifts to themselves, and they lived at a half life without any spark. You're meant to be different. You're meant to be a firebrand. You're meant to exercise your spiritual gifts. You're meant to take up this mantle of spiritual autonomy and power here, and really soar in this lifetime. Can I pull another card on your grandmother's energy? Ace of Swords. Yeah, they weren't very they weren't living. Your grandmother was existing, and a lot of people didn't know the truth about her. Maybe they didn't recognize the truth until she may have passed on, or maybe the truth is just being revealed, because like it's like somebody is pulling back the curtain here to reveal the truth and finally gain the wisdom, and maybe you are that person. But people didn't recognize how much pain and loss she suffered. She kept this to herself. Look, we have the King of Cups, and no, he feels so much and doesn't say shit. Scorpio energy coming through. So there's a lot of stoicism that your grandmother may have practiced, but you're meant to be different. You're meant to be different. You're meant to get support. Anyway, that's what's coming through. It's going to resonate for who it has to resonate for. Okay, guys. So let's get into you and your person. I'm going to shuffle again. Now remember, when you're watching these readings for love, guys, you're not just going to watch a sun sign. You're going to watch your sun, moon, Venus, and your rising sign. And then you're going to watch your person's placements in these areas. Because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped, or vice versa, or even mirrored. And then you're not going to bog yourself down with astrological this and astrological that. If a title draws your attention, or the thumbnail draws your attention, that's your spirit, guys. I'm leading you to a particular message, especially if it comes up recommended on your feed. Follow your intuition. Don't be bound. Just be a free spirit. Okay? So underneath the deck is the Magician. Okay? So this person that we're tapping into, they're working on manifesting something powerful into their life. But I think it's this love, because look, we have the infinity sign here. Okay? I think they might be manifesting abundance. They might be working on some sort of project. But this person, they're channeling a lot of energy from their heart space. It's like their heart space is finally open and they're using that energy. They're grounding something to the 3D here. For most of you, it's a love connection, but connection, most likely you. But for others, and in connect in they're also there's some project that they're working on. There's some project that they're working on right now, but they're trying to manifest you into their life. Let's get a message from your person's higher self. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. So that's my heart healing card. It's the card of, really having a look at your wounding and really making the connects and really doing that beautiful healing that needs to be done in order to move on. It's also about shaking off shame and regret and accepting that whatever happened to you, it's all part of divine plan. It happened for a reason and you're here to learn. So there's no need to beat yourself up about whatever happened in the past. Okay? How are they feeling? 7 of Wands in reverse, vulnerable. Okay? I think the dams around their heart have broken. And this is making them feel incredibly exposed. At this time, let me pull the cards into view. Yeah, incredibly exposed. At this time, they are defenseless. They're without their defenses. It's like you've broken down the wall around their heart and that hard interior that they had. And that's so important because they're now finally getting to do their healing work. What are they healing? Now we have the High Priestess. Okay, so there are a lot of family secrets that might be coming through, which is interesting because apparently your grandmother had a lot of secrets as well. Okay, especially in terms of her pain. Okay, so there's some kind of family secrets and stuff passed through the ancestral line that they are healing as well. So you're doing some healing work there, especially with regard to dealing with pain, emotional loss, perhaps depression. But they too, they're also healing some sort of ancestral secret here. It could even be them healing their relationship with their spirituality and their self-acceptance. There's that's coming through. But I feel like there's a family secret that's here. Yeah. Yeah, there's something karmic here. Okay, I'm going to pull cards on it in a moment. What are they experiencing right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey? 7 of Swords. Depression. Why am I saying depression? Oh my gosh. I meant to say deception. But you know what? Nothing is a mistake. So they could be depressed at this time. There's definitely that. But it's deception. So they could be betrayed. I'm going through some sort of betrayal right now. Or they could be recognizing the mask that they have been wearing for a long time. And I do pick up divine intervention happening here. We have 7-7. So there's some kind of divine intervention that's happening in order for a person to move on and to make some kind of substantial progress on their journey. Their 3D message to you. They are in love. We have Scorpio energy coming through here. Okay, King of Cups. They are in love. So their 3D messages, even though they may not show it, even though they may not be able to verbalize it, this person has a lot of intense emotions inside for you. This person sees you as their counterpart. I don't think this is something very comfortable for them because I see his brow is very furrowed. So he's kind of worried about all of that. Worried about, giving his cup or his heart or their cup or their heart to someone. But they do have these emotions. They may pretend, otherwise they may have this mask that's on. So they could be wearing their mask still in terms of their emotions that they have for you. But this person has some very deep and intense ones. All right, so let's go back to the message from their higher self. They're healing their heart. They're looking at their pain. Okay, 9 of Cups. They're learning how to love themselves. And they're learning how to love others. And they're learning how to recognize true love because ladybugs are all about true love connections. So they are seeing you. The more they heal, is the more value that they see in you and this connection. And certainly, what's given rise to that is the more value that they're seeing in themselves. So they're really working on their self-esteem. They're no longer beating themselves up for the things that happened in the past, especially the things that happened in their childhood. They're no longer beating themselves up. They're reparenting themselves at this point in time with that Page of Pentacles. And they do want to reach out. They do. Because they have identified you as wish fulfillment or wish come true. They do want to reach out. But they're very nervous about doing that. This is a card of depression, Nine of Swords. They have a lot of fears where that is concerned. They're feeling defenseless, feeling very vulnerable. And that's why, especially, so some of you guys can watch your Aquarius, because I'm getting much of the same message. This person is very concerned about their finances, or rather lack thereof, okay? I don't think that this person is as financially stable as you are, or they may have just recently suffered some kind of financial setback. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. There might have been some upheaval in their financial world or the material world, or they just may not be as successful as you are. And this makes your person feel very insecure, and it makes them feel very vulnerable. And this is one of the fears that keeps them from moving forward and declaring their peace. What are they healing? We have the High Priestess. So this could be a secret, or this could be their relationship with themselves and their spirituality. And I said it was something karmic, and look, we have here the Wheel of Fortune that's coming through. So it could definitely be their relationship with their spiritual self, their spiritual beliefs. There is that, for sure. But there's definitely a karmic lesson here. Yes. I see Six of Cups in reverse, and that's usually a karmic soulmate for me. So some of the people that we're tapping into do have a karmic partner. And you may know about it. They do have a karmic partner. And there's some kind of karmic debt here. Knight of Swords in reverse. Some sort of lie. Because the Knight of Swords in reverse is my pathological liar card. What is this message? And then we have the Moon. Okay. This person that we're tapping into is very secretive. And there are a lot of things that they don't tell you, and quite frankly, there are a lot of things that they lie about. But Spirit is saying that this is something that's karmic. And in fact, this is their karmic lesson in this lifetime. To be more open, to be more honest, to be more authentic, instead of hiding behind this mask that they usually wear. Now, because they've been in this energy of inauthenticity, they've attracted inauthentic partners or persons who may have had secrets, who may have also been strangers to the truth, who were insincere, because your person's in that vibration. They're not being their authentic self, and as long as you're not being your authentic self, then you're not going to attract authentic people. So this is one of their karmic lessons in this lifetime. Learning how to be more emotionally authentic. Learning how to be more open. Learning how to love all of them, especially their spiritual self and their spiritual gifts. Because we do have the Moon. There's also a message coming through about healing their relationship with feminine energy, divine feminine energy. Because we have the Moon and we do have the High Priestess. So this person may have an issue with feminine energy. In all its forms. Because feminine energy, yes, it talks about spirituality, spiritual gifts, the things that are unknown, the things that happen behind the scenes. But it could actually be like 3D feminine energy. Their relationship, we know, with those who identify as feminine. It's like their feminine side is out of whack, it's out of balance. So this is what they're healing right now. What are they experiencing? 7 of Swords, deception. 10 of Wands in reverse. And Page of Wands in reverse. Now, this person has a lot of childhood baggage that they have been carrying around. And one of their biggest secrets is some sort of deception or betrayal that was perpetrated upon them in childhood. Yes. So the child comes out here with the Fool and the 4 of Swords. So this is something that they're healing. For some of you guys, because the Page of Wands for me is a child whose spiritual self was denied, who might have been physically abused or who might have been sexually abused. Your person could have had all these 3 things happen, or one of these things. Okay, so this is something that they're healing right now, and it's not something that they've told anyone about. I think it's one of their secrets. But they're reparenting their inner child. That's what I'm getting. The message to you from their 3D self is that they do love you. They do have these intense emotions. Okay, but when you look, we have another Scorpio card, Death. And the reason why they are not talking about it right now, or they're not ready, is that they're going through some sort of transformation process here. Yeah, they've been forged by the fire. There's fire behind here. And there's also a message coming through here about Halloween. What's going on with Halloween? What's that about? So we're talking about the fall. What's happening in fall? There's this new beginning that's coming for you guys in the fall. Because I see this Page of Cups here. But right now they're going through a transformation process. But it looks like fall is some new beginning for you guys. That's what I'm seeing. But right now they've been tempered by spirit. I see this fire in the background. Big transformation they're going through right now. Now let's see the heart space energy for you. We have the Hermit. So we have Virgo energy, and it's in reverse. We have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles. I think we're dealing with someone who was very stubborn in the past. And it's like they didn't want to acknowledge the truth of what they felt in their heart. They may have been juggling you and somebody else. They may have been more focused on the material world, financial matters, because material world is very important to this person. Unless they have their finances right, they just don't feel confident enough to approach you. So there's this big war that happens within your person. They feel like they're not able to provide, but they feel this big urge to be a provider, because the King of Pentacles, he is a protector and provider. But this person doesn't know how, so they pretend like they don't have any emotions for you, but that's the lie. That's the deception. So they pretend not to see. Because to see is to take action, but they don't know what action to take because they don't have the self-confidence to approach you without having this financial backing behind them. So they pretend not to see their emotions. They don't acknowledge what they feel. but inside they're burning to be more stable, more present in your life, and to provide. Their greatest wish is that they had that big pentacle to give to you. That's their fantasy. Maybe even in their sexual fantasies, they may fantasize about, like showering you with gifts before the sex act, that kind of thing. Even money plays a role in their fantasies. In their fantasies, they are able to give you whatever you want. They are able to provide, but they feel like they can't, so they pretend that they don't notice that they're in love. My God. But I feel like they're going to be taking action pretty soon. Let me pull a card on that. Yeah, you see? I think they're going to be taking action pretty soon. And they're going to be tackling this problem head on. I see this person taking the bull by the horns here. They're going to be tackling this head on, this issue, that base chakra issue. They're going to be tackling that head on because this person wants to offer you this new beginning here. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared shitless, but they want to reach out. Now, we don't have control over this person. We only have control over ourselves. So their own insecurities and fears are blocking this connection. But how are you blocking this connection, Pisces? Well, you see, you're codependent here. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you might be giving your power away to this person, maybe by waiting. Okay, Nine of Pentacles in reverse is also about addictions. So you might be drowning in your pain or escaping from your reality in some sort of particular way. And we do that in all sorts of ways. Binge watching Netflix, right? Binge watching tarot readings. Whatever it is that allows us to escape from our 3D reality and not deal with our feelings, it looks like you're doing one of those. And as I told you, it can be anything: shopaholism, workaholism, whatever it is. There's something codependent. There's some kind of codependency in your life that's preventing you from really facing your 3D reality and doing that healing that Spirit is asking you to do. Are we blocking this connection? We have another Pisces card, the Hangman. There's a higher perspective that Spirit wants you to acknowledge. The reason why you came together with this person, and it is to highlight the different ways that you are codependent in your relationships and codependent generally. Okay, Spirit is asking you to see why you and this person came together. Let me pull a card on it. Yeah, Queen of Wands, Aries energy. Okay, and Spirit is saying when you get this higher perspective, you're going to be able to really stand in your power as an autonomous being. You're really going to be able to move forward, see strides, and really accept the totality of who you are and really see your value. How are you blocking this connection? We have the Five of Wands. Okay, several messages coming through. For some of you, you may have another partner or another love interest. Okay, so Spirit's saying right now you have to make up your mind as to what you want. Do you want this person or you want someone new? Because they are getting ready to bring you whatever you deserve. For some of you guys, you are resisting this connection, which is strange. It's the first time I've gotten that with the Five of Wands. You're resisting this connection. It's like the kind of power struggle between you guys. Like, there's some part of you. Oh, what is the words? What is the words? Yeah, there's some part of you that's resisting this person. I know it sounds weird, but you too, you're afraid. You're afraid. It's like you feel like if you make room for this person in your life, that you'll be subsumed or your power will be diminished in some particular sort of way. I'll get more messages on that. I don't want to lose the other messages. And I've lost the other messages. What was the other message? Yeah. Right. For some of you, there's a toxic trait. We talked about toxicity. We talked about codependency. There's a toxic trait or a toxic pattern that you've brought over from past lives into this lifetime, and you keep doing it in all your relationships. Now, for some personality types, one of their engagement strategies is to start drama. Don't be offended, please. It's to start drama. Like you feel things might be kind of mundane. Nothing is happening really. You feel. Maybe, the relationships kind of slows down. And you stir up some kind of shit. This is something that Scorpio likes to do, right? This is a Scorpio trait. When it's Scorpio is in its negative aspect, Scorpio likes to do this. When things are too tranquil and things are too calm, they'll create some kind of drama. They'll create some kind of shit because they like that kind of spice in their life. That kind of conflict really turns them on sometimes when a Scorpio is not involved. And this is the same energy that I'm feeling from this card. It's like you create drama where there is no drama because it's spicy. It gets you going, it makes you feel fiery, makes you feel alive. And it's an engagement strategy that karmics do a lot. It's a way to engage and get your partner's attention. But spirits let you know that this is dysfunctional. I take it how it resonates. That's what came through. It's dysfunctional. So you have to learn to be at peace with yourself and okay with the ebb of a relationship, because everything ebbs and flows. I mean, a relationship is not go all the time. Sometimes there's this minute when it is ebb. You might feel slightly more disconnected than usual. This is enjoy that solitude and enjoy that time alone. Let's go back to that resistance point. There's something about resistance. I'm resisting this person. You're afraid. I told you. You're afraid about giving your power away, about letting somebody else into your space. You're afraid of betrayal, and you're afraid that someone may abuse their authority over you. Nine of Swords. You're afraid. So based on what we're seeing here, Pisces, what can we expect will be your person's actions towards you? Within a month of you watching this reading. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God. Knight of Swords in reverse. That's a Gemini. And we have the Fool. Alright, so they're going to be working on, again, healing their childhood, reparenting themselves, and learning how to trust spirit. They're not going to be ready to invest in this connection here. And there might be something that they're not telling you. Okay, we have healing. Yeah, even though this person's deepest desire is to heal this relationship, they don't think that now is the right time. They feel like right now, time is best spent alone, healing, and working on something that they think is going to make them famous. For others, they're working on disengaging from a third party. So they're going to be remain hopeful about bringing this connection back together. They're going to be remain hopeful about the future, but they're going to be working behind the scenes to, one, heal themselves, and to, two, for those who are third parties, about releasing those third party energies. And these third party energies could even be parental energies or even a job. Okay, so what's the advice for you, Pisces, besides the healing work that you need to do? Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. Focus on your own codependencies. Focus on your own lack of self-love. Focus on your own addictions. Focus on the parts of you that you currently do not love completely and learn to embrace them wholeheartedly. This is a time for your healing as well. Okay? Alright, my loves, that was your reading. Grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. They all help the channel grow. And if you're able to go a step further and interact with any of the ads that may play during this reading, it's beautiful energy exchange for me. And please do it for any reader that you find talented or that you enjoy, especially readers who are just starting out, because it really helps them spread their messages and their videos, and it helps them build their collective. Okay? And loves, take care. Bye.